Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 47 of Direwolf20's Server Play Series. I'm hanging out with Slowpoke here and XCOM's around 2, and I have been working on Thaumcraft. Let me show you guys a few things I did between last episode and this one, and then I'll unmute TeamSpeak so you can see what's going on. Wow, that's a lot of things. So I didn't do this room. I think T-Love mostly worked on this room. He just kind of threw a bunch of crystal clusters and skeleton skulls and this massive number of things should, according to him, completely eliminate any chance of instability in your, infusion crafting process. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see if that's right. But yeah, that should at least, cut back a significant amount. We'll see how it goes. I also, if you noticed on my hotbar, got a Thaumy embossed silverwood wand. So I was working on that towards the end of last episode, and I just kind of finished everything that I needed to do. Made some more of those pure crystals, smelted them up into the Salus Mundus, got the wand caps that I need. So I've got the Thaumy embossed silverwood wand. Pretty much like the best wand, as far as I know, that's available in Thaumcraft before you get into some of the, extra stuff from Thaumic Tinker. So for now, it'll be good. This episode, I want to now work on building an aura node. That's what I want to work on. So I need to capture a few, and what my ideal plan is what I want to do is grab an aura node. As you guys may or may not know, aura nodes can now kind of share energy with each other, like transfer energy from one to the other, and eventually like one node will become like the king node and he'll steal a bunch of energy. Now it's not direct, so like say there's 30 Ignis on a node, it'll eventually be like 10 or 20, something along those lines, when it gets all moved over to the other node. But basically you can combine nodes almost. It does take a little while, they just have to be near each other. What you can also do, and I want to make sure you guys see this, is build an advanced node stabilizer. So node stabilizers allow you to stabilize the node, and it prevents the nodes from kind of sharing their energy with each other, so the nodes kind of stay separated and they won't share energy, and it has another couple of nice nifty effects. But if we get ourselves the advanced node stabilizer, what this does is it prevents lesser nodes from having their V drained, but it does allow stabilized nodes to drain V from the lesser ones. So basically, if we plug this into a node, I think it'll force the node that we choose to become like, the king of the nodes and basically absorb power from all the nearby adjacent ones. Pretty sure that's what that does. So we're going to work on that today. So a couple things I'm going to need to do. First, I want to make an advanced node stabilizer, which is going to need some Nitor and some Elementum, and oh, that's a lot of Aurum. That's a real lot of Aurum. Okay, that's cool. And secondly, I'm not sure, but I want to check out advanced node stabilizers. Improve unstable and fading nodes. So let's hop over to the deep dark, because I did find a pretty nice node that I liked the looks of, but you'll notice that it killed me a couple times. Something else I did, by the way, I found out that I did a little something wrong with my bound helmet. When I tossed the Goggles of Revealing into the binding ritual, that makes just the Sanguine helmet. Now the Sanguine helmet can actually be inserted in the item upgrade slot for the bound helmet, so I needed to make a new bound helmet and throw Last Stand 2 in there. I haven't gotten protection back on, but we'll see. So is this the node that I liked? I don't think so. I think it's closer over there. So this one just has crystal and ordo in it, so let's go over here. This has a bunch of cool stuff, so I'm going to figure that out. I will be back in a few minutes and see if I can stabilize that node, so that's the one that causes zombies to spawn nearby, and they're pretty nasty zombies too. One thing I found that's really cool, by the way, guys, ooh, this one has 3 nodes. That's nice. I might snag that one. We'll see. I'm going to want to move a bunch of these. Good tip that I kind of stumbled upon, basically, is finding nodes in the deep dark really is a good idea. So I'll be back in a few minutes and talk more about it. Alright guys, back to the deep dark real quick. Want to figure out which one of these nodes, oops, that's the wrong one. That was the Twilight Forest book. Which one of these nodes do I want to grab? Let's see. Alright, so looking at the aspects that were in that Sinister node, and I'm not sure I want to bring a Sinister node back to my base, because I don't know how good an idea that might be. But looking at the aspects in it, I'm pretty sure the only one it's missing is Ordo, so I want to look into that. But as you can see, ooh, we got here, just Water and Perdito, okay. I should probably be marking these on my map like I usually do. Let's do that. So I will add a waypoint, we'll remove these two. New water Perdito. Save. So, I'm thinking I'm just going to grab a couple of them. As you can see, though, like I was telling you guys, number one, there's a good variety. Ooh, nice. Fames? What's Fames made out of? Because remember, they'll break down into their component parts. Fames is Victus and Vacuous. So that's kind of cool, because Victus is earth and water, plus fire, and Vacuous contains air and Perdito, maybe? Yeah, so air, Perdito, fire, earth, and water. That's all composed in this thing. So all I need, oh, this might be a good one for my base node. Yeah, fire, right? Just want to double check. Victus is earth and water and fire, air and Perdito. So this is a good node. This is actually a really good node to use as my base. So let's snag it, shall we? And then all I need really is a node with Ordo in it, and then we should have a node with everything, basically. So this is what I'm going to want to do. Let's do that. And at some point here, I'll unmute TeamSpeak. Maybe now's a good time to do that, so we can say hi to Mr. Slowpoke. Let's do that real quick.
Sound resumed.
Hello, Slowpoke.
Hello, Mr. Dabo. How are you?
I am now recording.
Awesome.
I had muted TeamSpeak while I was doing my intro. I didn't want to interrupt you in what you're doing, streaming and all.
That's cool.
I just found a really good Aura node, by the way.
An Aura node?
Yeah.
What does it have in it?
It has, hooray, Ignis, the fire aspect, and then it has Fames. So do you know about the Aura node mechanics and the way they work now, kind of?
Yeah,
with
kind of, sort of.
Yeah, so now you can, like, set it up so that you can, like, tap energy out of them directly.
Yes.
And the way you do that is, like, hook it up to a node stabilizer, and then you hook it up to, what's it called? The harnessing bead, the node transducer. And then it can power your machines. So the ideal situation is to find a node or create a node that has all the different aspects in it. Well, I just found one that has 5 out of the 6 primals in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's going to really be a big benefit to you.
Yeah, because it has Fames, and Fames is made up of 4 of the primals by itself. And then it also had fire, so that's the 5th. So now I just need to find one with Ordo, and I'm in good shape.
If I understand it, though, you can create these nodes. You can transfer aspects from one node to another using that.
Yeah, if you just place them next to each other, they'll kind of just randomly work together and do that. And then your other option is to make an advanced node stabilizer, and that basically lets you pick which, like, the base node is, and then everything else will get absorbed into it. I'm
yeah,
pretty
you create
sure
a
that's
master
the way it
node or
works.
something. Is it a master node, is it? And then you can just, like...
Yeah.
I don't really understand it yet, but I'm sure I will do in time.
I have a pretty good idea of how it works. Not super perfect, but we're going to find out. So I'm making an advanced node stabilizer for that purpose.
Ah, so, that's what you're going to do, is make one of those.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I need arcane stone bricks, nitor, block of quartz, golden piston.
Yeah, it's some really good stuff now for Homecraft, isn't it? It's coming on a lot.
Yeah.
Although, do you know what he hasn't done yet? And it's like a minor annoyance, I know, but I really wish he would do it. Is
go on.
Let you have, you know, the thing that you use to scan the objects.
Yes.
I wish he could have that, so it had a little GUI, so you could right-click on it, open it, and it had a slot in it, and then you could stick items in there, and it would scan it internally. So you could scan so you don't have to scan items from your inventory. You'd have to drop them in order to scan them.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You could just scan them from within your inventory.
That would be a really nice feature.
That would be kind of
cool. Instead of like dropping 8 items at a time. And I wish there was a way for you to see if an item had... I suppose there is an easier way to see if an item had not been scanned.
Just look at it in your inventory.
Yeah, but again, I'd like to be able to do it on a much bigger level than that. So I could go through my AE system and see which ones I haven't scanned that could be scanned.
So I've got the basic node stabilizer. Now I just need a bit of elementum and some redstone blocks. And then I need a lot of aurum, which is going to be a pain.
A lot of?
Aurum.
Right. Okay.
That's like the hardest aspect to track down. It basically, the best way to do it is to like destroy aura nodes and get the little things that drop from them.
Yes, we were doing that the other day.
Yeah,
I suppose you could do that in just
doing that.
an age, though, couldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of ages, right? So I could just jump to any one and find aura nodes in it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think anybody's using Digger much for that type of stuff, so...
Yeah,
and you've got a few of your own ages, haven't you?
Yeah. So coal and charcoal. Let's get some of this, and then I need probably some cobble. This will probably be the best bet. Let me tell you, though, having the Everfull urn right next to the crucible is like the greatest thing ever.
Having what, sorry?
The Everfull urn.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Just so you can keep it... Does that actually automatically update, keep the crucible full then, does it?
Yeah.
I shall build one of them very shortly.
Yeah,
then.
they're nice. You need infusion crafting for it, but I heard you're building an infusion altar, so...
I'm literally building it now.
Nice.
That is my job today.
It's really any kind of... anything like liquid inventory, anything that has a tank in it that'll accept fluid nearby, it'll automatically fill up with water.
Right, cool.
So this should work. So 6 coal should get me...
All this is to make golems, basically.
12, and that would be 4. Okay.
I love that message. Right, okay. So...
There we go. Nice. So I've got some elementum. Alright guys, right now what I'm going to do is take a break real quick and come back after I've gotten all the aspects cooked down. So I need Ordo, Potentia, and Percantio. Back in a few. Alright guys, we are back, and I think I'm ready to make my node stabilizer. Have you seen the node stabilizers at all yet, Slow?
I've seen the one at TTF's house. Have you just built yours now?
Yeah, I'm about to install the node if you want to check it out. It looks really cool
now,
when you first put the node in.
Yeah, I'm already on my way.
Nice. Also, I decided I'm going to cheat a little bit.
How?
Well, I don't feel like running back and forth to Kutz's house to steal his aura node stuff so that I can move nodes around, so I'm going to use teleposers from Blood Magic.
Ah, okay.
Which is cheating, but...
How is it cheating, by the way?
Well, because you're supposed to use, like, you know, Thaumcraft to move the nodes, and teleposers let you move the nodes for free, basically, instead of having to charge your wand every node you move.
See, I'm of the opinion that when you play with more than one mod, then being creative and using other mods to help you is not cheating. That's just taking advantage of the resources that you have.
That's pretty true. Though usually I like to try and stick to like the you know, the theme of the mod when I'm doing stuff. Like, so I usually sometimes do that, sometimes not.
What's with the floating islands around your infuser?
The Britannia ones?
Yeah.
They can help with stability a little bit. They're not really necessary, but I think they look cool.
Is it a stability thing, is it? Do they actually help?
Yeah, it's one of the Britannia Thaumcraft cross-compatibility things.
Cool.
Alright, you ready for the node stabilizer I just placed down?
Ooh, you're putting it down here.
Yeah, and I'm going to put my node in it, and it should make it so that my node can basically, you know, I want to sleep through the night here. I don't want this weather going on. Hang on one sec.
Do you know, whilst you're sleeping, what the range is of the jars from the infusion altar?
What do you mean?
How far away they can be and they'll still work?
Not off the top of my head, but it's a decent range. Can you jump to another dimension real quick so I can pass the night?
Will it not sleep with just me? It should do.
What's it say, 1 out of 2?
Well, yeah.
Either our Morpheus is bugged or it's configured wrong, because it looks like everybody has to be sleeping in an age now.
Weird. Okay, I'll go back and let me know when it's gone. I imagine.
Okay, so when I stabilize this node with the advanced stabilizer, so do you know what they do basically?
What the? Not with the advanced ones. No, I kind of watched your video the other day that had the spotlight on it, but
okay.
This is one of the few things that kind of like, what's the point of this?
Right, so nodes can drain from each other, right? So like, remember in like older versions of Thaumcraft, you could merge nodes together?
Yes.
So you can now do that again, but instead of it being like an instant thing, any nodes placed near each other will kind of share a little zap of electricity between them, and like some of the V from one node will go into the other one. And it's like totally random pretty much. Typically the bigger node wins, but like they all kind of share each other and it's a little bit random. So the node stabilizer prevents them from sharing any energy at all. So they can be next to each other without that happening. So that's why there's node stabilizers back at Cuts' base, because he wants a bunch of nodes there for wand recharging, but he doesn't want them to be all sharing energy and eventually getting lost. Ta-da!
Right.
There you go. And the advanced node stabilizer will prevent the node that's inside of the stabilizer from being drained, but it can drain from other nodes. So basically, with the advanced node stabilizer, you can pick which node becomes like the overall king, if you will. So what I'm going to do is place a teleposer here. And I'm going to zap it with that. So now this links to here. And you wait there for a second. I'm gonna get this thing going. So if you wait there, in a minute I should zap a node over to you. And then if you wait a second from there, you should see a bunch of cool stuff happen.
Right, so you're saying the teleposer is going to take the place of a node in a jar?
Pretty much, yeah.
Right, okay. So instead of having to node all of the auras, you just do this and it works.
Right. So
That's
this has
kinda
Ordo
cool.
in it. That's the one I need.
Feels kind of cheaty though.
It's a little cheaty. It absolutely is. But it also saves
Only
me
a
the time.
little cheaty. It's not like you're saving a massive amount of time and resources.
It's still a magic mod.
It is very expensive. It's supposed to be very expensive in terms of V. So
It is. So I'm
Right,
definitely...
I see.
I'm
What, the node
definitely
in the jar is meant to be expensive. Right, I see, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Way of Time has been made notified of the fact that this can be done. He has an internal blacklist of things that can't be moved. The other thing that is currently being moved by teleposers that shouldn't be is warded blocks. So if you ward blocks, you shouldn't be able to get through them.
Really?
Yeah.
Poor Fireball's base.
Yeah. Like
Now
I
that
told
know that,
Soren.
poor Fireball's base.
Oh, I just got Flux Phage. Maybe Thomcraft isn't happy with me for teleposing a node. I just got Flux Phage.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm in trouble now. So basically what should happen now is this node should eventually, slowly but surely, zap its energy into this node. And if we just give it a few minutes here, we should start to see that happen. And the bigger node, the one inside the stabilizer, should start having Ordo and the crystal aspect on it.
Give me 30 seconds and we'll be right back. I want to get some goggles of revealing for this.
Okay, cool. And I'll come back in a minute here once this starts happening. You're back, Slow?
I am just back now, yeah.
Hey, there you
so
are.
You've got a couple of nodes now.
Yeah, I brought another one over.
That's a nice big one as well.
Yeah, that's kind of the plan, is to have like a bunch of large ones. So if you look at the node inside the advanced node stabilizer, you'll notice now that it has one Ordo and one crystal in it.
Yeah.
So basically what happened is it stole that energy from this node that was next to it, and eventually it'll completely absorb it. So this node will... Did you see that little lightning zap?
Yes.
Yeah, so that was it. So that was it transferring power over, basically.
So this is going to keep going now, isn't it?
Right, and eventually, after like a decent period of time, the node inside the stabilizer will have a bunch of Ordo and crystal on it, and this one will be gone.
Is there nodes in this age?
Probably. I've found that void ages typically have nodes all the way down by the bottom of the world.
Because I was thinking you could just grab them from here, can't you?
I could. I'm grabbing them from the deep dark because they're really easy to see in the deep dark because it's so dark. They stick out like a sore thumb.
Right, okay.
Yeah, they're like because they give off light, and when you're in the deep dark, it's so dark down here, like they're immediately visible from a really far distance. So this has Earth, Ordo, and Water on it. That's a pretty nice node as well. Snag this one.
There's only one deep dark per server, isn't there?
Correct.
Is there only one entrance to the deep dark, or can we all have our own separate entrances at different?
You can have your own, but it's also an age, so you can use link bugs, which is what I'm using.
Right. Okay. So we can go off from where everybody else is, and.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep, we've got another one that's just come over.
Nice.
What's the range on this? Do we know?
On what?
On the advanced or advanced, what you've got here.
Oh, I have no idea.
So I'm just wondering how many of these nodes can you surround it with?
Yeah, that I'm not sure about.
Right. How many will it swallow from at the same time, basically?
I don't think there's a limit. It probably is just.
So you could literally put 50, 60 nodes around this and just make a big beastly node.
The thing is, if you did put a lot next to it at the same time, they also might start interacting with each other before they interact with this. And I mean, I don't know if that would have any effects, good or bad or anything, but that is something to keep in mind, I would say.
Yeah.
Is there a limit to how much you can have it in a node? Is like 99 the limit?
I think you can get over 100. Earth and air. What's this one? Another earth and air. 54, 42. Kind of like earth and air. Earth is the main one I want, honestly, because that's going to power that that crystallizer I have. All right, let's head back home. That's enough node teleporting for now.
Yeah, because they are interacting with each other, so...
Yeah, they will. I think in the end, though, it'll eventually absorb into the main one. Because even if they drain from each other, like, I don't want to have too many nearby at once, because there is a loss when they interact with each other. So it's probably a good idea not to have too many nearby all at once, but in the end, it'll eventually absorb into the main one here. So you can see it's already got 2 ordo now. So it's slowly but surely moving. So this should become a pretty awesome node when it's all said and done. And then I can use it to power some stuff around the Thaumcraft area. Like I said, the main thing I want to power is this Essentia crystallizer.
I'm kind of tempted. Sorry about the camera. I'm kind of tempted to do this, like, now, as soon as I can.
Yeah.
Because the sooner you get this started, the better, really.
Probably. I mean, I'm thinking we have this area chunk loaded, and if not, I'm about to do that, so...
Get that muted. Because you're going to use this to power your machines later, yeah?
Yeah, you know how you used to be able to put jars near machines and, like, the little wisp of power would flow over to it?
Yeah.
So yeah, this kind of replaces that. So you can now power them directly from the nodes. And what you can also do is you can hook it up to a arcane work table and have it recharge the wand that's inside of it.
Yeah.
Which is pretty awesome.
I think I'm going to see if we can make this and steal this idea, because if I do this now, it'll be ready for me later when I actually need it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hooking it up now, and it's going to take a while for this thing to all kind of share, but eventually it should all shrink down into one node. But we'll see what happens. Probably the proper and most efficient way to do it would be to just do one node at a time into there, but I mean, it's not like we have a shortage of ore nodes. I can go find more when I need to.
No, that's right, yeah.
You know. So
we need to get some decent armor so we can go into the deep dark as well.
You know what I'm going to do, just to stabilize this a little bit, is I'm going to put this here.
Have these nodes in a stable thing rather than just mishmashed everywhere.
Yeah, it would be cool to know what the range is on this node sharing bit.
Somebody's saying the green one looks sick, it's dropping aspects.
What's that?
I don't know. Somebody just said the green one looks sick, it's dropping aspects. Can you have a sick node?
I don't think so.
No, I think he's trolling us. How hard is it to make that?
It's unstable. So maybe it is sick. I guess it is sick, as a matter of fact. Alright guys, we'll be back in just a minute. Alright guys, we are back, and I'm making something cool. I'm going to set up a transducer.
Alright. What are you up to this time?
I was just using the crafting at Kutz's house. Do you want to see the transducer and how it works?
Yep, can do. Coming over.
Pretty cool.
Is it good?
Yeah, I think it's neat.
Transducer. Look at all these spoilers you're getting today.
I know.
Terrible. They're getting many, many spoilers. Right, where are we?
So same spot, basically.
Yep, I'm with you.
Okay. Oh, this is awesome. My node's getting pretty good. Alright, so in order for this to work, step 1, you're watching, you here?
Yep, I'm right by it.
Is node stabilizer. So the main thing I was after was earth aspects because I want to charge this Essentia crystallizer and it needs earth. So this is temporarily going to hang on to the node and do that for the earth so I can get that power flowing. And then we'll eventually replace this node that we're setting up with the one that's supercharged. But now all I need to do is set up a node transducer above it and give it a redstone signal. So let's see, I've got a lever here. You ready?
Yep.
Dun 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 dun. Check it out.
That's kind of cool. It's like one of those. I want to put my hands on it so all the lightning comes to my fingertips.
Right?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
And they look cool too. Like the node stabilizer, the models on those things are awesome.
So what? This is now going to feed energy over into
that thing. Yep.
the alembic.
Yeah.
Well,
into the Essentia crystallizer, I believe.
yeah, and it's just going to create earth, or will it crystallize that there, or is it just to power it?
Well, I think I want to get a V relay. I don't know if it's required. We're going to
Don't
find
you need
out.
to transfer it over from
There we
there
go.
to here?
All right, so it's energized. It's ready. So yeah, I might need the V relay for that. So let me make a pure crystal real quick. Do I have any left over? No, I didn't think so. All right, so I'm going to need an Ordo crystal. One obsidian. All right, I'm back, guys. Yeah, it's V.
Yeah, 20 V or 100 V or a V each tick.
So let's see if I place that there. And then I think I need to place this here. Okay, so I don't need this one anymore. See?
Right.
Charging.
Yep, so that's now charging it up.
So now, if I want this thing to run, I can feed it earth stuff. So like, for example, I wouldn't mind getting a few magical aspects. So let me get some great wood logs. So the crystallizer crystallizes stuff, and it runs faster when it's fed earth stuff. So I'm getting 7 earth out of this thing. So that's not terrible. So if we toss that in there, we should see, once it cooks it down, notice how it's sending a green beam over there now?
Yeah.
So now the Essentia crystallizer should run faster. And, oh yeah, it's already running much faster. Oh, that is awesome. This thing was taking like 30 seconds to process a crystal before, and now it's doing like...
Instant almost.
Yeah, like way faster. That is cool.
I like the way how you've just got the vacuum hopper to just eat it as it comes out.
Yeah. So that's the deal. That is cool. I really like how these spin, and the color of the crystal matches the color of the aspect that's being created. That is awesome.
Do you know what it reminds me of?
It's that.
The old Zycraft power system.
A little bit, yeah. No, it's very much similar.
Yeah, except this one works.
Well, yeah, except this one's released, right? This one exists.
It's not gone up with puff of vapors like.
No, we're Soren.
Shots fired, shots fired.
Shots indeed. Soren knows I shoot shots right across Soren's bow every day. Don't worry.
It's also a bit less. It's also a bit less lethal.
Yeah. I'm still giggling. I don't think Soren should ever be allowed to play Minecraft again without Vein Miner.
You know what? I haven't watched that video yet. I need to go look at it.
Oh, have you not watched it?
I can gather what happened, but I have not actually watched it yet.
What makes it amusing isn't that he did it. It's that it took him about 30 seconds to realise what it was that he'd actually done. It was really funny.
Oh, Soren.
Yeah.
Where's that little thing that you put on top of your crafting table so that I can charge that as well? I'm curious. I mean, it's got to be in here somewhere.
It wasn't that much. Like, I mean, it must have said. I think he vein mined about an hour's worth of AE worth, so it wasn't completely terrible.
Maybe I need one recharge pedestal first? I don't know. I'll find it, guys. For now, though, I think it's time to wrap up the episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely liking the prospects of this thing and how much faster the crystallizer runs with the energy I'm feeding it. That is cool. So we'll be back next time, and we will figure out what kind of crazy stuff we can do. Hopefully, when we come back, we'll at least have made some good progress with this ore node. And it's... Oh, look, the see the little node here on the left of it? Slow?
Coming back, hold up. Yeah.
It's almost gone, like it's almost totally drained.
Oh, right, that's literally almost disappeared.
Yeah.
5 and 0 left, so yeah, that's
right. And this little earth and air one over here, pretty much gone too.
Well, actually, that I don't even know why it's still there. It's 0, 0.
Well, what happens is, like, it's just like when you're draining it from your wand, it has a chance to lose the aspect. So it'll, like, recharge itself, and then next time it gets zapped, it might be gone. It might still be there and recharge, and might be zapped, and etc.
Yeah, this big green one at the back's really tasty looking now, isn't it, as well?
Yeah. Well, this was a pretty big one. I think this one would have normally won under normal conditions. But, I mean, you know, I kind of wanted this guy to be the winner, so... We'll see how it goes. All right, guys. Take it easy.